The truth is so plain to see. The truth is so plain to see.
For God is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, in that ye have ministered to his saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. For when God made promise to Abraham, because he could swear by no greater, he sware by himself, saying, Surely blessing I will bless thee, and multiplying I will multiply thee. And so, after he patiently endured, he obtained the promise. Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is your brother Aitan. And I wanted to start out with Hebrews 6 because it seems that our people are starting to lack patience in these last days. False prophecies are popping up, and today we're going to go over one of them. That 400-year false prophecy. Now, that has already been fulfilled. It's been fulfilled when we came out of the land of Egypt, when we were under captivity with those heathen Egyptians. Okay? And so we're just going to go right to it because I really don't want to waste too much time on this. And it's just basically a reading comprehension thing. We're going to read the scripture slow, and we're going to read it word for word, and we're going to get a clear understanding to understand that 400-year prophecy that was back in Genesis, it has already been fulfilled. And we just have to be patient in these last days and wait on the Hamashiach to come get us. And while we're waiting, we need to be diligent and trying our hardest to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go to Genesis 15 and 15. We're going to go to 13. 13. We're going to start right here because this is the scripture that they start to read, and they believe that the 400-year prophecy is talking about now, after the heathen has said some we've been in captivity since 1619 or some, that's madness and folly. What about the sub-Saharan slave trade? Anyways, let's get it. Genesis 15, we're going to start at 13, and it says, And he said unto Abraham, Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Now this is where they usually stop, right? But let's continue to read. Let's read the next sentence, right? Salakia, let's read the next verse. Verse 14, it reads, And also that nation. Now nation here is singular. It is not plural. All right. So let's go to Deuteronomy 30 and 30, Salakia, Deuteronomy 30 and 3 real quick, right? I just want to go there so we can see. Okay, it says, so we can see that I wanted to go here, so I wanted to point out that we are scattered into all nations. Nations with a S that is plural, not nations singular. All right, and it said, Then the Lord thy God will return thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether the Lord thy God has scattered thee, because we know that the Israelites are our people who were scattered to all nations. All right, okay, so let's go back to Genesis. Let's go back to Genesis 15. And let me see. Okay, right, and let's go back to 14. And it says, And also that nation, right, which is singular, which is talking about the Egyptians, all right? That particular nation right there that had us under captivity, it was singular, right? Whom they shall serve, and we serve them, right? We serve them. We start having to do all types of manner of service to those heathen, right? Because we had to wait on the Lord to come rescue us. And it says, And I will judge them. How did he judge them? He judged them with the 10 plagues. And afterward they shall come out with great substance. Now, that great substance, let's go to Exodus 12 and 35, I think it is. Yeah, here it is. Okay, Exodus 12 and 35, and it reads, And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. Now, we did more than just borrow from them because they got killed. They got put to death. All right. And verse 36, and it says, and the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, and so they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. Now that's the exact same thing that is said in 14 when it speaks about we should come out with great substance. That's the exact same thing that it's talking about, right? All right, and it says, and we shall come out with great substance unto the end, right? So that's just a real quick, real quick and clear understanding of what these scriptures are talking about. There is no new 400-year prophecy. The 400 years have already been fulfilled. And that's it. We have to just have patience and endure to the end, because just like it says in Matthew 24, let's get that real quick. Matthew 24:36. Matthew 24 and 36, it says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So that means that we have to stop trying to figure out when the Lord is coming back. Stop trying to make up these false prophecies. We just have to be patient and endure. Follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. This walk is not going to be easy. And with that, a hearty shalom.